to our Take and Bake program. My name is Anna, and today I'm going to show you how to make red velvet cake from scratch. It is one of America's most beloved cakes and a perfect treat for Valentine's Day. The name of this cake does not come from the red food coloring that bakers add these days to enhance its color. The cake was invented a long time before food coloring was popular. The red was a very delicate hue of the cake that came from a chemical reaction of three ingredients: cocoa powder, buttermilk, and vinegar. And the velvet refers to the smooth, luxurious texture of the cake. The most popular frosting used for this cake is cream cheese frosting. And that is what we are going to do today. First, let's take a look at the ingredients for this cake. You should have in your bag flour mix, sugar, butter for cake and frosting, buttermilk, frosting mix, a bag with vinegar and food coloring, cream cheese, and two cake pans with parchment paper. What you need to add is one egg and something for greasing. I'm going to use a cooking spray. Now let's begin baking. First, cut the butter into small pieces and leave at room temperature to soften. My butter is actually pre-softened, so I don't have to wait. Okay. Then preheat the oven to 300 degrees Fahrenheit and line the cake pans with parchment paper and grease. Now use a hand mixer or stand mixer to cream butter and sugar until fluffy. Then add an egg and continue beating. Then add the vinegar and food coloring. And continue beating. Now, and gradually add the flour mix, alternately with buttermilk. A little bit of flour mix. Buttermilk. That's it. In the note in your supply bag, you received an information that you should use the buttermilk before February 15. It's because the buttermilk was open and we do not want it to spoil. If you cannot use the buttermilk, but that day it's recommended that you freeze the buttermilk. The buttermilk after freezing is okay for baking, but the consistency may change. So if you freeze the buttermilk before you use it, make sure to shake the container very well or whisk it. Make sure that the consistency of the buttermilk is smooth before you pour it into the batter. Now, spoon out the prepared batter to the two cake pans. Spread out evenly. Then place the cakes into the preheated oven and bake for about 25 to 30 minutes. After less than 25 minutes of baking, my cakes are ready. When you insert a toothpick and it comes out clean, it means it's fully baked. Then let the cakes cool at room temperature. When the cakes are cool, it's time to prepare the frosting. It's good to chop up the batter into small pieces and soften at room temperature ahead of time. My batter is already chopped and softened, so now it's time to whip the batter with a mixer. Then add the cream cheese. And continue beating. Then add the frosting mix. And beat together until smooth and fluffy. Now it's time to frost the cake. First, we have to cut the tops of the cake. This will be used for making crumbs. Now we can tear the tops of the cake into pieces to make crumbs. We can put this aside. And then, for frosting the cake, I already placed the first cake on the serving plate, so we don't have to move it around. Then, frost the top of the first cake. Then put the second cake on top of it. Frost the top of the cake. You can use a spatula or a knife to make the frosting smooth. Then frost the sides of the cake. If you have a professional cake scraper, you can use it to do the sides. I'm just going to use a knife. Then press the cake crumbs to the top and sides of the cake. That will be our decoration. Now we can wipe the edges of the serving platter so the cake looks nice and neat. And it's ready to serve. Here is my finished cake. What I like about the red velvet cake is that the crumbs have such a beautiful color that they can serve as decorations. You don't need to buy extra sprinkles to decorate the cake. You can just use the crumbs. Make it simple. This cake should be kept in the refrigerator for up to 5 days. Hope you will enjoy the cake and have a happy Valentine's Day. Thank you so much for watching. Bye.